Need something?
Talk to you later.
Just stay out of trouble.
Come on, Bob. The initials on this trunk. Whose are they? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I got the trunk open.
Great, thank you. Go ahead and take something from it. You deserve a reward.
I wonder how you open this. Bingo! F.H. Francis Humber? Green bottle under... wonder what that means.
Hi, can I help you with something?
It was great talking to you.
Come in again.
No sense going in there without a horse to ride. Uh-oh, I'd better put that back. Oh my gosh, Jane Nash is Tex's sister.
Need something?
I understand you have a sister named Jane Nash.
So what if I do?
I found a pretty nasty letter from someone named Jane Nash in the Raleigh's desk.
That don't mean it was my sister. Hey, you've been snooping, haven't you? In the Raleigh stuff? In my stuff?
I'm just very observant, that's all.
My business ain't none of your business. And that includes any sisters I may or may not have. You need to go. I'm busy.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Bank robbers? So far, so good. That should do it. There, one extremely well-built campfire, if I do say so myself.
Great looking fire, Nancy. Nice job.
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
I'll let you get back to work.
Ma'am?
Charlene Purcell's office.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. May I please speak to Miss Purcell?
She told me to put you right through. She even told me to make sure you didn't have to listen to that recording again. You really rate.
Hello, Nancy. So what have you discovered?
I opened that trunk and found a locket watch in it that used to belong to Francis.
And was anything in the locket watch?
Half a picture. I'm pretty sure what's there is a picture of Francis. I think the missing half was of her father. Anyway, on the back it said, "Green bottle under."
Wonder what that means.
I was kind of hoping you'd know.
Sorry, I know a lot about the Humbers, but I don't know everything. What happened to all of Dirk Valentine's ill-gotten gains? That's what I'd really like to know.
Actually, I may know what happened to it.
If you're talking about the rumor that Dirk hid his fortune in such a way that only Francis would be able to find it, I know all about it, and I tend to believe it. Seeing that Dirk was basically just a high-spirited, fun-loving guy who loved to take risks. The thing is, after Dirk's demise, Frances spent the rest of her life teaching school in Ohio, which strongly suggests that she never found the treasure, so the rumor probably isn't true.
I have reason to believe that it is.
Really? Tell me.
I found a letter from Dirk that Frances never read. It told her how to start looking for what he'd hidden for her. His clues were rather obtuse, though.
For example?
For example, he refers to her favorite flowers and the flowers on her favorites. Do you know what that means?
No, and that's the problem. Whatever clues he left for her no doubt relate to things only she and no one else would understand.
Well, I'm going to try to figure it out anyway.
That's the spirit. And if you think there's something I can help you with, please do not hesitate to call.
Talk to you soon.
I'll be waiting.
Hernandez.
Hi, are you the sheriff?
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm staying at Shadow Ranch.
Oh, yeah, how's that doing?
You heard what happened to him?
Of course, I'm the sheriff. I hear everything. You gonna pull through?
It looks that way, yes. They're going to keep him in the hospital for a day or two just to be sure.
Good, that's good. Only met him a couple of times, but I liked him. He and his wife, what's her name?
Bet, short for Elizabeth.
They seem real determined to make a go of that place. I like that. So, what can I do for you?
Did you hear about the phantom horse that showed up at Shadow Ranch last night?
Did you say phantom horse?
Just before Ed was bitten by that snake, this glowing horse came galloping up outside, then went galloping away.
Glowing horse? Sounds to me like somebody's playing a joke. Friend of Shorty's, I'll bet, trying to get a rise out of him, and probably succeeding knowing Shorty.
Do you know most of the men who work at Shadow Ranch?
I know them all. That doesn't mean I'm best buddies with them, but it's a pretty small world out here, and I've either known or known of those boys for years.
And they're all stand-up guys, as far as you know?
I'd vouch for every single one of them.
Thanks for your help.
My pleasure.
Hello?
Hi, Mrs. Raleigh. It's Nancy again.
Hi, Nancy. It's Nancy.
I can hear that.
How is Mr. Raleigh doing?
Let's get something straight right now. Even though we're Bess and George's aunt and uncle and not yours, I want you to call us Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed too. Got that?
All right.
Good. Now, what was the question?
How is Uncle Ed doing?
Well, he's running a slight fever, so the doctors are a little concerned.
Oh, I'm fine.
They're going to keep him here overnight, just to make sure he isn't developing some kind of infection. Oh, but enough about us. How are you doing?
I delivered that envelope to Mary Yazzie like you asked. She seemed a little upset when she read that you'd turned her down.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint her, but if we sell that property to her, it would send a signal to other would-be buyers that we're interested in selling the ranch off bit by bit, and we're not.
What does she want the property for?
I have no idea. The parcel she wants to buy is nowhere near her store, and there's nothing but rocks on it. Maybe someone else there at the ranch knows, but we sure don't.
It doesn't look like Bess and George are going to get here today.
That's too bad. Why not?
Their plane had to land in Omaha because of mechanical problems. They don't know when they'll be taking off.
So, you'll have all those cowboys to yourself for a while. That Dave is pretty cute.
He seems a little standoffish.
Oh, he's just a little bashful. He'll warm up to you. He's quite a handyman. Very trustworthy.
I heard about the phantom horse. Was last night the first time it showed up?
As far as I know, it was the strangest thing. Shorty kept babbling about how it was the ghost of the horse that belonged to some outlaw.
Dirk Valentine?
But that was right after Ed got himself bit, and we were all running around trying to get him into the truck to take him to the hospital, and I really wasn't paying much attention.
Do you have any idea where the horse came from?
None whatsoever. She wants to know where that phantom horse came from.
I was hoping she could tell us.
You're the detective, dear. If you want to snoop around and see what you can find out about that creature, by all means, please do.
Why do you have a painting of Francis Humber?
I just thought it would give the den some character, that's all. I found it in the tack room under a pile of junk.
So the former owners left behind a lot of stuff?
I swear, it's like no one who lived at Shadow Ranch ever bothered to take their things with them when they left. When we moved in, the place was literally full of junk.
What did you do with it?
I sold most of it to Mary Yazzie. She gets a lot of antique collectors in her store. Some things I kept, like Francis's favorite recipes.
And that ridiculous blanket chest. You insisted on keeping that.
Oh, yes, and I kept that triangular-shaped chest in the den. It used to belong to Merrill Humber. He was Francis's father. And I figured since I was keeping that picture of Francis, it was only fair that I keep something of his.
What kind of logic is that?
Oh, hush.
I'll be in touch.
Call us any time.
Hello?
Hey, Bess.
Nancy, our link to the world of excitement and intrigue and decent food. What's the latest?
Has either of you two ever read anything by an author named Charlena Purcell? She writes romance novels that take place in the Old West.
That rules me out. I saw her on a talk show once. Seemed kind of full of herself. Why do you ask?
I had to call her in order to open this old trunk at Mary Yazzie's. She knows a lot about the people who used to live at Shadow Ranch.
I bet I know more about 19th century clothing design than she does.
I found a locket that belonged to Francis Humber. It had a picture in it with the words "Green Bottle Under" written on the back.
Maybe the bottle's a clue to where Valentine's loot is hidden.
Could be, although I'm really not sure how. If we're right and Francis never found that treasure.
Well, that green bottle obviously meant something to her. I think you should find it first and ask questions later.
How about some hints?
Count us out. We're too bored. Our brains have grown weak and flaccid from lack of stimulation. Try Frank and Joe. They're used to being bored.
That's it for now.
Have fun. Wish you were here. Kidding.
Now what?
Hi, Frank.
Nancy, what a relief.
Your client's still bugging you?
He calls every 3.25 minutes. You can set your watch by him.
But the good news is, he's being so obnoxious that we're working faster than we've ever worked before.
We're going to solve this case in record time.
Like they say, every cloud has a silver lining.
Uh-oh. Incoming call. Think it's him?
3.25 minutes. It's him.
Want me to hang up?
No. He can leave a message.
So what's going on there?
Catch you later.
Adios.
Happy trails.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Pleasure talking to you. And she'll be coming around the mountain when she goes. Yodelay.
I can't take any more.
Where are you going? You can't leave. The Raleighs said we were to have a cookout and entertain our guest.
Yeah, well, I don't call this entertainment. It's worse than whatever that stuff was you cooked.
That was lamb ragout for your information, and it was great. If you couldn't appreciate it, it's because your taste buds are about as sophisticated as a sand flea's.
I think I'll turn in too. Night, ma'am. Next time, just stick to burgers.
Et tu, Brute? You see that? You see what I put up with? Day in and day out, I cast my culinary pearls before ungrateful, uncultured swine. Well, I'll show them. I'll write a best-selling cookbook, that's what I'll do. Then I'll get my own TV show, then I'll do a movie, and while they're out here punching cattle, I'll become a gazillionaire.
Oh my gosh.
And you say this happened right after that phantom horse showed up again?
The pump house blew just as the horse was galloping away.
Oh my, this is awful. Maybe Shorty was right. Maybe that horse is a bad omen.
I'm more inclined to think that someone is using that horse to divert attention.
What do you mean?
It's possible that while everyone's attention was on that horse, someone sabotaged the pump house.
Why on earth would someone sabotage the pump house?
Someone may be trying to chase you off the ranch.
But why?
That I don't know. Yet.
You don't think Tex or Shorty or Dave is somehow involved, do you?
It's possible, but I just don't know yet.
Oh my, you might not be safe there.
Maybe we should send her home.
I'll be fine, really. I want to help, and I can help.
Well, it sounds like we could certainly use your help.
Can you think of anyone who might have a grudge against you?
No, but I'll tell you what. Ed and I will put our thinking caps on, and if anything comes to us, we'll call you. Have you called the sheriff and told him all this?
Not yet.
Tell her about the storms.
Tell me about the what?
The storms. You need to be careful when you go riding because it can be sunny one minute and pouring down rain the next.
I'll be careful.
Good. And if you have any more questions, just call.
One more thing. Until I figure out what's going on, it would probably be a good idea not to mention my suspicions to anyone at the ranch.
Of course. Keep in touch.
I will. Bye.
Hernandez.
This is Nancy Drew. I'm the one who's staying at Shadow Ranch.
I remember. In fact, I spent a good part of last night out there.
I know. I never got a chance to talk to you.
Is there something I can do for you?
Thanks for your help.
My pleasure.